everywhere online, all this talk of self-care is diluted and confused with personal care. I can't tell you how many friends I have that take, quote unquote, me days, and they do things that are just personal care. Self-care is about nurturing yourself, feeding yourself. I think of it as fertilizing a plant. A plant can grow and bear fruit in ideal circumstances with just water and sunlight. But we know that life, just like for plants, is not always going to give ideal circumstances, meaning you're going to need to nurture the soil. You're going to need to add extra ingredients. If it's short on something, you're going to have to get that and apply it. There are things that we sometimes have to do to nurture ourselves so that we can actually flourish and bear fruit the way we're supposed to. And that is what I think of when I think of self-care. Self-care is not tilling your soil, pruning your leaves, doing maintenance. Self-care is the extra above and beyond to nourish, to make sure you are bearing the largest, sweetest, most bountiful fruit and continuing to flourish. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? We will literally post on the internet ourselves getting nails, eating lunch, and buying ourselves new bras because you wear the same 3 all the time and the wire's been poking you in the side for years, and talk about some self-care. Girl, you deserve new bras. You should get your nails done. They just need to be done. You deserve to take yourself out to lunch. You cook for every single body else all the time. You deserve a moment of peace and quiet and a good meal cooked for you. Like these are totally separate. This is not self-care. This is personal care. It's your well-being. Just like I deserve to go to my regular doctor's appointment, and I deserve to stop working and take a moment to get checked out. Like all of those things are personal care items that should be better integrated into my life and something I do naturally. Now, all those things are therapeutic things. I tell you, when you live for decades where you have not been taught personal care or shown personal care, and if you read my book, Nothing is Missing, for the first time, I actually dive into a lot of my childhood and how the way that we learn to treat ourselves is something that's really based on how we are treated and how we see our parents treat others in the very beginning. So if you grow up in a home where it is common for the women of the household to treat themselves as second-class citizens, or if you come from an environment where, basic necessities are not prioritized as needs, but seen as luxury, it's not uncommon that you may treat yourself like that as well. And I'm not judging any of that based on neglect or abuse per se, but it may be done because of circumstances or poverty or ignorance. They just may not know. And so we then will perpetuate those cycles in our relationships. We will likely bring them into our homes. And until someone calls it out, which hopefully is me doing that for you right now, friend, right? We won't actually take the steps that are required to change it. And that, for me, has been an ongoing journey. I have chosen relationships where I have permitted these cycles that are so harmful, literally to my health, where if I'm dealing with a medical condition that is visible and apparent, I don't surround myself with people that will care for me. I have now, which is great. Alex in particular is a very great partner in saying like, slow down, stop, or I will physically stop you, like I will carry you in. Are you okay? You don't look good, like checking in, and also outright caring for me, getting me things, taking me like he's tremendous. But it wasn't always like that. And so, I really was in a place where, self-neglect, was a priority, and self-care wasn't even on the table, let alone personal care.